Hello, my name is Scott Underwood. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and just wanted to come to you today for a quick moment. I'm with a new friend of mine, Mr. Michael Hutchins, Hutch as we call him, the founder and CEO of InCruises. Welcome.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you so much, folks, for taking a moment out to take a listen to us. Just want to tell you a little bit of my background. I had done network marketing for many years. Like many people, had seen so many things come and go that I ended up getting out of the industry for the last 12 years. And a good friend of mine, Mr. Rick Ricketts, who we mentioned earlier, got in touch with me and showed me this opportunity. In about 5 minutes, I realized this is unlike anything I had ever seen before in any industry, network marketing, business, or otherwise. And I'm really fortunate to have Hutch, the founder and CEO of the company, here with us, so we could explore what we call a disruptive technology. I've heard that term before. And Hutch, I'd like you to explain to folks. That's what got me out of my chair. In 5 minutes, I understood this was an Uber in the industry, an Airbnb. And if you would explain what a disruptive technology is and perhaps how you came up with this revolutionary concept.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for your trust. It's nice to be with a neighbor.
Absolutely.
In Orlando, Florida. The idea of an interruption can be positive or negative.
Right.
But what I saw happening with the cruise industry was the fact that it was already a $40 billion industry. It's been around for years. Carnival is the largest leisure travel company in the whole world.
Right.
If you ask that as a trivia question, most people would not answer it correctly.
Right.
But they are the largest leisure travel company in the whole world. Their chairman, Mickey Harrison, owns the Miami Heat. It's a big business. Stock exchange traded. Norwegian is publicly traded. Royal Caribbean is publicly traded. So it's big business. $40 billion.
Okay.
Growing exponentially. They can't build ships fast enough. But when I looked at industries like transportation and I asked who's the disruptive player in that market, the obvious answer was Uber and now Lyft. So a couple competitors. Lyft went public before Uber, chose to do so. And so what they've done is they've just taken something that people have just taken for granted, hailing a taxi cab, and you now have the ability to book it right from your phone.
Right.
So that was the positive interruption in the transportation business. It's still the same, Scott. It's still getting you from point A from point B.
Right.
But here's what they've done. They've made it so that technology works and serves you as opposed to you serving the technology, number one. And they've made a business opportunity about it. They've made it profitable for people. So they made it affordable by being able to book it right from your phone. And they enabled the everyday person to have a side business and to make money by ride sharing, by taking people in your own car. So that was a positive disruption. And again, Uber and Lyft were leading that market space. And by the way, Uber and Lyft combined are two of the most highly and most valuable companies in terms of valuations in the whole world, 50, 60 billion plus.
Mm-hmm. So
big business, right? And then the second is just in the area of hospitality, hotel industry. There are three founders that started Airbnb. And so the whole idea is, how many hotels does Airbnb own?
None.
Zero.
Correct.
How many taxi cabs does Uber own?
Not a one.
Not a one. And yet they control the largest number of transportation routes to and from. They control the largest number of overnight room nights.
Wow.
And so what I did is I just looked at those two phenomenons and I said to myself, gosh, if there's a way that we could marry what's happened in transportation, hotel, and the cruise industry, it could be a potential home run. And so that was the idea, that was the vision. And we've done exactly what they've done. We've made it affordable. 100% of our members have saved money.
Yes.
100%. Not 50, not 60, not 30.
Wow.
But 100% have saved money every time they've gone on cruise vacation.
Wow.
But we've also made it profitable. And so, here we're very fortunate. I say we won what I call the geographic lottery, being here in the U.S., being in Florida, close proximity to Miami, cruise capital of the world, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Tampa, Jacksonville. We have access to all of those cruise ports. 20% of Americans have been on a cruise. 2% of the world has never been on a cruise. And again, there's 30 million passengers that are going to go on a cruise this year.
Wow.
And so what we've done is we've just created a business opportunity, like an Uber type opportunity, like an Airbnb, that you are compensated by simply referring people to the membership. And so what my challenge is for you, Scott, and the people that are watching this is to look at it, that your role, if you choose to get involved, is just to be the director of membership expansion. You're simply trying to expand the membership base. We're not selling cruises individually.
Right.
We're selling a cruise membership. And I'm very proud of the fact that today we are the largest cruise membership club in the whole world. And we're positively disrupting. And the cruise lines are attracted to our business model. And do you know why?
Why?
Because we're bringing them new customers. And they're spending the $300 to $500 million. And I spend the money by rewarding people, by compensating people. The most powerful advertising vehicle on the planet is word of mouth.
Yes.
And people refer things that they like.
Yes.
People refer things that they love. If you go to a movie, you want to share it. If you get a new pair of shoes, you want to share it.
Exactly.
Right? You read a book, you want to share it.
Exactly.
And so that's all we've done. We've just
Okay.
taken this concept of word of mouth to the cruise business, the cruise industry, 40 billion. And we are on track to be a $1 billion player in this industry in the next 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
We're absolutely on track by surrounding ourselves with good people, good honest people, good entrepreneurial people, just like yourself.
Wow. Well, what I see, and when I say disruptive technology, I don't see anything like this out in the space out there at all, whether it be in a home business opportunity, a network marketing opportunity, or even savings on cruises. It's a concept unlike anything I've ever seen. And it's so unique with no other players in the industry. I think it'll take a long time for somebody to catch us. So I find that very positive because it's not just another Me Too company with a product that's similar to somebody else's, but it's an opportunity to make money. This is actually an opportunity to help people save money. And what I see, Hutch, is the worst thing that can happen to somebody is they get their cruise dollars matched, and then by gosh, they have to take a cruise next year.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You have to vacation.
Yes.
You have to use those travel credits.
Absolutely.
And those travel credits either reduce the price or it enables you to pay for it in full. But they absolutely have to use those travel credits and just stay active as a member. I want to circle back to something that you said, that you were in the industry and then you left. Mm-hmm. Respectfully, I have a similar story in my background. I started, this isn't the first network marketing company that I chose to run. I started a company 5-6 years ago. I attempted to make a credit card, a Visa card, commissionable. So every time you swipe the card, there's what they call the interchange, which is the swipe fee at point of sale. And that's making pennies on pennies. It wasn't enough money to make the company viable.
Right.
And so my approach to the regulators was, give me the opportunity to have a monthly maintenance fee. And the price point that I wanted was $19 to $25. And I was told no. And so I had partnered with a wealthy family. I had built out the company. I had arranged for merchant processing, designed the compensation plan, spent lots of money and time to build the business. But at the end of the day, the regulators ruled against my wish to make this monthly maintenance fee commissionable. So I took it on the chin.
Right.
And I think that's important for people to know that I know what it's like to be an entrepreneur. I know what it's like to succeed, but I also know what it's like to be humbled. I know what it's like to fail. And so I feel very fortunate that I had that stumbling block, that I had that setback, because I felt like it set me up for something bigger and better. And I just couldn't get passionate about the other products in the industry, perhaps like you. And again, not to be negative, and I'm not being judgmental, because we've attracted so many leaders in the industry. But what I'm most proud of is the fact that we are driving down the price of cruise vacations. We're making it affordable for people, and we're making it profitable, which is unique in this industry. That typically, again, without being judgmental, raises the price of a product because it's tied to a compensation plan.
Right.
And we have real value, and the value is there of the travel credits, but we're doing just the opposite. We're still driving the price down while increasing the profitability for our partners and the people that choose to promote the business, and that's what we have that's working.
Well, I'll tell you, the one question I get asked, and I will tell you, I have never seen anything where you share it with somebody and 5 minutes later they're sharing it with somebody else, because it's a win-win for everybody. And again, the worst thing that can happen is they get their dollars matched to take a nice cruise. And so can you explain the concept of a member puts $100 in and the company puts $200 in cruise dollars total in the bag? You're matching their $100. So they end up with $200 that month in cruise dollars. Where is that $100 coming in? Is the cruise, overinflated in price? Are you taking it from there, or is the cruise on par in the industry? And if so, how are you able to give the member their $100?
Great question. So in the back office, our booking engine replicates the booking engine of any cruise line, Scott, or any other booking provider, any online travel agency, any cruise line, any booking engine.
Right.
Ours matches exactly the look and feel of that. So I would invite you to go into your back office and for you to show them exactly the look and feel of that proprietary booking engine.
Exactly.
And again, something that we built the interface to. And the prices that you'll find in our back office are on par. There's what they call price parity with the cruise line prices. There may be situations, Scott, where our price is a little bit lower or perhaps a little bit higher. There may be the case where maybe somebody did a cruise booking and some of those those group bookings fell off. So the cruise line chooses then to reduce the price. The important word that I say there is that the cruise line chooses. See, they establish the fair market value. They are manufacturing this product called the cruise vacation. We're not. We're a reseller, if you will.
Right.
But our prices are on par. They're the exact same price. The way that it works is the exchange of value is the $100 that gets matched with 200 cruise dollars, or what we call this travel credit. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that's our cost of doing business. And for me, again, business is very straightforward. You bring money in, you protect the money going out. And as long as you bring more money in than you have going out, then you have a viable business. That's sustainable. The day that you bring in $1 and you spend $1.01, you're at a deficit. It won't work.
Right.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
And so we bring money in through member fees, partner fees. We have tools that we sell to help entrepreneurs to build their business. Again, at a price point that's competitive, that offers the value. Everything that we do focuses on adding value to others. We make a commission as the travel agent. We're a travel agent of record, a member of the Cruise Line International Association. We're bonded in every state required. We have what's called the Seller of Travel, SOT. And so we earn a commission every time our members go on vacation. Our partners, those that promote the business and earn money, they're not selling individual cruises, Scott. They're selling what? They're selling the membership.
Correct.
And so their role is to be a business owner and to promote that membership opportunity, that membership business. And so we bring this money in, and then we protect the money that goes out.
Right.
And there's 3 big checks, if you will, that the company spends each and every month. It's on the 2-for-1 cruise dollars, it's on a lucrative compensation plan, and it's on running the business. And so where the money comes from, it's in understanding where we don't spend our money.
Exactly.
As a typical business owner, you have to manufacture your own product. You have to inventory your product. You have to ship your product. We don't do any of that. We are a technology player. We're the closest thing to a Netflix in that you can, render. You can order movies right from your phone, right from your desktop, your laptop. And with us, you can order a cruise vacation right from your phone, your laptop, or desktop. It's the same type technology, same type business model, if you will. And where does Costco make its money? Costco makes its money on the membership model. They don't make their money on selling product, right? So we don't spend the money that most companies do in manufacturing, shipping, and inventory. We don't spend the money in advertising. I choose to spend the money in compensation. I reward you for that referral. I say thank you and pay you handsomely for referring other members to our membership club. So I don't spend money in advertising. I don't spend money in manufacturing, inventory, and shipping product. I don't spend money the way that cruise lines do and booking engines do and booking providers with large offices. We don't have large offices. I have a handful of offices around the world, and we're very shrewd in the way that we make those decisions. We don't spend the money in call center agents. All our bookings are done online. And last but not least, which is something that I always go public with, but I like to just keep very close to the vest, and that is probably our biggest secret, is that our product is consumed in international waters. Our headquarters is in Puerto Rico. We pay a very low corporate tax rate. My European headquarters is in Andorra, a principality between Spain and France. Again, we pay a very low tax rate. And so we're very financially disciplined in the way that we run and operate and manage the business. And so we don't spend the money in this area. And so it's that combination, Scott, of that recurring membership. And that's why it's important that people have to stay active in paying the business. Because then I'm telling part of my negotiation with the cruise line, I represent to them that I have this much leverage in my business. And that leverage helps me to do what I do without telling you what I do. Okay. But if I represented to them, for example, that I have 150,000 members on my team, but I've only got 50,000 members paying, then I've done you a disservice and us a disservice because I've misrepresented who we are and what we have available.
Okay.
Do you follow what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I'm giving you hints about what I do, but I'm not going to tell you everything, otherwise I'd have to shoot you. But it's that combination, Scott, of the recurring membership and bringing money in and then protecting and ensuring that the viability and sustainability of our business is disciplined and that we're built to last and we're here for the long term. And that's the legacy that I want to have, is a legacy business that you could have for your family and for your children and your children's children. And so that's my goal. I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, and so I'm the protector. I have to protect this business, but I also have to nurture our team and knock on wood, what we have is working all over the world.
Well, that's amazing. So it's true money that's going back in to help these folks cruise for less, is what we're doing.
That's exactly
and
right.
we're getting paid to help people cruise and enjoy life.
Yeah, so it's real money. I mean, it's real cash.
Absolutely.
There's no quote unquote smoke and mirrors.
Right.
I don't have. I do offer tools. For the $195 partner fee. I try and add so much value to you as a business owner in terms of the tools and support and my being here with you and doing education videos and training courses, and again, knowing what it's like to be on the other side, knowing what a challenge it is to grow a business. And so I take all that reference experience of the pain that I've been through to try and mitigate or to lessen the mistakes that I've made for the partners that choose to join our team.
Absolutely.
And that's the win-win. And hopefully you'll make a ton of money with us. And for those watching that don't make a ton of money, here's also my promise. I promise you won't spend a lot of money. The tools are very reasonable if you choose to do so. We also make them free. You don't have to buy the tools. But if you choose, there's going to be value in those tools. And as long as you stay active as a member, you'll put money and the money will continue to accumulate. And as long as you stay active and use those cruise dollars, you won't have spent a lot of money. And so that's the win-win. That's the value that we have that I'm most proud of.
Well, I love the concept. I mean, we're not a travel company. We're not a cruise company. We're not a travel agency. We're just a membership-based company that's helping people save money on their cruises and having a good time and enjoying life.
That's right. And our business is really business ownership. Because for me, I've been able to create wealth in my life by being a business owner. It's all the hardest thing that I've also done. But for me, that opportunity to have economic freedom, time freedom, has come about by being a business owner. I was fortunate to work with David Hutchinson here in the studio. For years, we worked with Tony Robbins. And as much as I love being with Tony,
Yes.
and learned so much and grew so much during that time frame, it was still Tony's business.
Right.
And I was still an employee working for the owner. And so for me, I wanted to provide that experience of enabling, empowering people to be that business owner. And so ultimately, Scott, we're really in the business ownership business.
Yes.
That's really what we're trying to do.
Yes, and that ownership provides time, it provides freedom, and there's no price tag you can put on time, and time with family especially. And I love the business model. I love the compensation plan that you developed. It's the most fair thing I've ever seen in the industry. Many, many years of experience, folks, for those of you that don't know me. And I love the residual aspect of this, of having hundreds, if not thousands of people, or tens of thousands of people down the road as we move this thing down, with residual checks coming in daily in the mailbox. So I love the compensation. I love what you do. And for one other thing I'll tell folks out there is, for the $195 that you put into this, the technology that you developed that's in this office, back office that we get, is second to none. I don't know if you want to share anything on the technology, but I've seen programs for a whole lot more, if not into the thousands, for a lot less technology that the folks get in the back office to help them get off to a quick start and share this with other folks easily.
Sure. Well, I was very fortunate to have a partner in the business that owned a software company. and had built a affiliate network business in 90 days of upwards of 30,000. And so I was very lucky, very fortunate to attract that type of partner to the business, and so that was part of our business arrangement. Was we folded that technology into the company, and the good news is for those watching is that we own all that. We own all the code.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we built it ourselves. We built the compensation plan. Everything we've built, we own. We are partnered with a video conferencing provider. We may be the only company that chooses to distribute its products through network marketing that makes available to their partners, their distributors, independent promoters, a video conferencing system in the back office.
Wow.
Yep, that is there, again, in your back office.
That's huge, folks.
Yep, and again, the ability to tie into Facebook marketing. We do have a relationship with an interactive presentation company that allows you to have somebody watch a video and answer questions about the business opportunity that they're watching, and then you are emailed the answers to the questions, so you have greater insight as to what they're thinking about as it relates to the business. That's a cool tool.
Very cool.
Yeah, and the last thing that I'll say is that in the next 2 weeks, we may be the first and only company that chooses to use network marketing as a distribution that allows cryptocurrency as a payment for your membership payment, as a payment for your cruise bookings.
Okay.
We certainly have the capability through a partner called ePayments to pay people in US dollars, and then they can convert it into cryptocurrency. But again, I think it just sets us up as a first. We're the first and only cruise membership club in the world. We're the first and only company that offers a video conferencing capability in your back office. First and only company that allows cryptocurrency to be used as a payment into the business, and we continue to set and break records, and for me that's exciting. That's very exciting.
Very exciting. So folks, I'll tell you, you have everything you need to build with right here. Every technology you have to get started, just using your own Facebook, just using your own Instagram, sharing the story with others, helping them to cruise for less, and perhaps cruise for free, and maybe even make a lot of money with us. So Hutch, I appreciate you taking your time today.
My pleasure.
It was great meeting you.
Likewise.
I look forward to a successful long-term business relationship.
Let's go, and I look forward to caddying for you in the future.
Absolutely. See you on the beaches of the world, folks.
Okay.